Oh shit, just filling a divot. Need to go over this. This is something new came up. Still don't look at this stuff as very important, but it's always worth to look at, talk about, give my thoughts and theories, but there's no thoughts and theories on this. Only the simple fact of someone comes in and talks about on the Maura Murray case. I'm new to the case, just wondering if anyone can explain how the box of wine broke. Those things are hard to break. Those bags inside the box are pretty durable. Thanks for any suggestions. Now, when I read the case, of course, I didn't hear nothing about the wine box breaking. Maybe I missed it. Maybe I wasn't interested in it. But I do remember, what I do remember is spilling the wine. So it's like, how did a friggin' wine box get broke? And where did I miss it? I had to have missed it. But, if that is the case, it kind of is questionable about, she did have a box of wine in the back seat, but how did it break? But I could give one thought and theory on that. And even if it would work that way, maybe, just maybe, there was two people involved, and everybody says there could have been two people involved. So if that's the case, and if there was two people involved, then maybe one was in the back of the car waiting, the other one driving that red truck. And I will always bring up that red truck. Because like I say, when something is brought forth as evidence in a case and it gets just overlooked and not searched, it's very disturbing to me. As soon as that witness, like I say, came out with that red truck, it should have been looked for better. But hey, if there was someone in the back of the car hiding, and say so they got to that point on Route 112 and the truck slammed on its brakes and she turned around to go back to say like the store, because of course she probably didn't know if anybody was home in that houses. Maybe the person in the back felt and knew what was going on, so before she would get to the store or back to any kind of safety, it jumped up, maybe grabbed her by her neck with a rope or something, tried to get her, and stepped on the wine box, busted it somehow. That's the only thing I can think of that could have made that break. Now, people in this are saying that this wine box is pretty sturdy. I have drinking out of them wine boxes, but I never, thought of checking the durability of it. The only thing I did was take it, hold it up in the air and chugged it and spit it all over the place, because to me, I'm not a wine drinker, and wine to me tastes like frickin' bleh. Oh my God, you want to talk about a spit all over the floor moment? Yes, give me a glass of wine and I will spit it. But people are claiming here 300-pound person riding in the back seat fell on the box while the Saturn rolled over 10 times. The box would be dented, but the bag inside would still be intact with the wine in it. And there have been a few people who have done experiments. Those do not rupture easily. They do not rupture easily. But if someone jumps up in a strong struggle, and when someone's struggling for their life, possibility that person's fighting 10 times stronger to kill the victim. But I don't know. All in all, the red truck is the main thing in this case to me. I wish it was still around to find. But it kind of is interesting to think of if the box of wine did broke, but I don't remember reading that in any of the articles. Any of them. The only thing I read about was, when she hit whatever she hit, it knocked it out of her hand, and it spilled. So, 2-liter a bottle. I used to do that with my whiskey. Seagram 7, mind you. Put it in a ginger ale bottle, 7 with 7. And I'd drink a whole friggin' gallon of that shit to myself. Put it in 2-liter bottles. And go out and do my dirty deeds of drinking. Man, I was a bad alcoholic. But to think of this and to say, I don't. Hang on. Little technical difficulties. I had to go pick up my kid at the park. This dilemma, pandemic, crap, BS, bullshit, whatever you want to call it. Driving everybody nuts. Who was I talking to the other day? I said something to someone and said, how do you get to Bridgewater? He said, what's Bridgewater? The goddamn nut house. I'm ready to go. But anyways, as I was saying, if this was to happen to my thoughts and theories on this about Maura Murray getting jumped in the back seat and doing a big fight struggle type thing and the person busting a box of wine, it could be possible, but it's irrelevant, and I believe it couldn't even have happened. Could have happened, but for the fact that she, stops in the middle of the road, her head is smacked out, the windshield's cracked, the airbag is deployed, and she has enough time to stop to talk to a witness, and doesn't mention nothing about nobody, like the red truck. Oh, this red truck just slammed on the brakes, I hit its toe, blah, 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 blah. Whatever the case may be, I don't think that happened. But it is kind of, I said before, it isn't nothing, but it is kind of, if it did break, kind of interesting on how it broke. But like I said, I don't remember even reading that anywhere about a broken wine carton. All I remember was like the bottle was open, or she was in the middle of a drink and it splashed everywhere on the ceiling. So whatever the case may be, there's only one thing at hand, at everything that could possibly even think about on this case is that red truck. Yes, it's kind of, makes me curious of how a wine box would break, even if it did. But yeah, that's just, But another thought and theory, things to think of, but it all leads to one thing: red truck. You find that red truck, you will find the killer. And that's the only thing that should be searched now, even if it is too late. It's been a long time, boy. Maybe it just might be sitting somewhere where it got tucked away, but if not, but that's the only thing in my eyes right now that brings this case alive. It's that goddamn red truck. Other than that, you're gonna go insane trying to figure out this case without that red truck. And that's sad to say. But until that next video, everybody keep fighting that coronavirus, stay in BS bullshit. Try to keep your minds occupied. Oh, I still gotta do a video on my vest. It's complete with YouTube channel patch. I'll be doing that soon. Oh man, does it look great. Now the only thing I gotta do is worry about the bikers coming up and asking me, who the hell is this? Till that next video, be safe, take care, beware. Always believe, but always beware. You don't know who's among us that will do stupid shit like this. Bust them up. Take them out. Cut their balls off. But in all seriousness, stay safe, people. Out.